Hi everyone, I'm Emily, the Teen Services Librarian at the Goshen Public Library, and one of my favorite parts of visiting your classrooms is sharing book recommendations with you and just talking about great books that I think you'll enjoy. So since I can't visit your classroom in person this year, instead I made you this video, and what follows are my 5 recommendations for 6th graders. The first book I want to share is called Tristan Strong Punches a Hole in the Sky. So Tristan is sent to his grandparents' farm for a month in an attempt to heal after his best friend died in a bus accident. During his first night there, a strange, sticky creature shows up and steals his journal. Tristan chases after it and ends up accidentally ripping open a chasm to Mid-Pass, a strange world with a burning sea, haunted ships, and iron monsters. Tristan ends up battling along with Black American gods John Henry and Brer Rabbit. They must work together to bribe the god Anansi to seal the hole in the sky. Percy Jackson fans will love this. You'll note as we go through that I have chosen books that are mostly available digitally, so on each slide it will note if the book is available on Hoopla or Overdrive and which format it's in. The Year We Fell from Space is about Liberty, who feels like her whole life is falling apart. Her dad moved out months ago and hasn't talked to her or her sister since. Her mom is surprisingly happier now that her dad left, and her sister refuses to go outside their house. As Liberty tries to navigate through all of this, she turns to the constellation maps she likes to create and finds a piece of a meteor in her backyard. She is determined to fix everyone in her family and get things back to normal. If you like sweet, slightly sad, real-life stories, give this one a try. In New Kid, 7th grader Jordan loves drawing cartoons and begged his parents to send him to an art school. But his parents enroll him at a super fancy private school outside New York City instead. Now Jordan is navigating 2 worlds, his city neighborhood and the upscale school where he is one of the few kids of color and doesn't really fit in. This graphic novel manages to be really funny while also touching on serious themes about fitting in, racial prejudice, and staying true to yourself. The next book is The Remarkable Journey of Coyote Sunrise. Something tragic happened to Coyote and her dad, Rodeo, 5 years ago. Something that caused them to leave home and live on the road in an old school bus. But when Coyote learns that the park in her old neighborhood is being torn down, she is desperate to save a memory box she buried there. So she devises a plan to get her dad to drive 3,000 miles back to Washington State in 4 days without him realizing it. Along the way, they pick up a strange crew of travelers, including Gladys the goat. In The Dragon Warrior, Farron dreams of honoring her family and the gods by becoming a warrior. But the Jade Society has shunned Farron and her brother Alex ever since their father disappeared years ago, so they must train in secret. Then Farron stumbles into a battle with a demon and helps defeat it. It's possible that she is the fabled Heavenbreaker, a powerful warrior meant to work for the Jade Emperor by commanding an army of dragons. But she has to prove herself and find the Island of Immortals before the Lunar New Year. With Alex and some other unlikely allies at her side, Farron sets off on her quest. Things become more complicated as she realizes the sacrifices that may be required to be the Heavenbreaker. Is she willing to risk it? This book is based on Chinese mythology, and it's another book that Percy Jackson fans will love. I hope you found at least one book that you're interested in, and if so, please use your library card to check one of these out online. Thanks so much for listening!